All right, so I guess we'll just jump into Saturday here. Tell me a little bit about UNI. I know that they were highly ranked this past week, but I think they lost to Southern Illinois, if I remember right. Tell me a little bit about them.
Well, they're still nationally ranked, and they still got some really great wins over Iowa State, and they were 4-0, up until the last 2 weeks, and they lost the #1 team in the nation in a real close game. Then they lost to Southern Illinois in overtime. So, really good football team. They've got an excellent quarterback in Sawyer Morgan, one of the best running backs in all of college football. David Johnson, big 6'3", 215-pound tailback, sensational back. He can run it and catch it. They use him a lot in the pass as well. And then they've got 3 wide receivers that have all caught over 20 balls. So I think offensively, they're going to be really tough for our defense and a real challenge, the best challenge we've had yet for our defense. As far as Northern Iowa's defense, unfortunately, they lost their best linebacker, who was the coach's son. Coach Farley's son broke his leg a couple weeks ago at North Dakota State, and he'll be done for the rest of the season. But to me, the strength of their defense starts right at the nose guard. He lines up right on the ball. He's 6'4", 311, Xavier Williams. And then I think 2 beautiful football players they got are both defensive ends in their 3-4 defense. And so they're really tough up front. I think Jordan Gakey is a guy that played with Tyler Starr in high school. He's at the linebacker level, and a tough customer as well. And so that's why they've had so much success. They're really strong on both sides of the ball.
All right, so you take some momentum from these past 2 weeks into the Unidome. How big were those 2 wins going into this game against Northern Iowa? Well,
I think you got 2 different looks at 2 teams coming into this game. We've won a couple really close games at home, and played to the wire and won it in the 4th quarter. And they've lost a couple games right at the end, one on the road at North Dakota State and one at home in overtime. So they'll be fighting, to get back on their game and get back in the winner's column. And we're going to be fighting hard to establish a little bit more momentum and play a little bit better. I still don't think we've played near where we can play in some phases of our game in special teams. I know we're better than what we played. And offensively, I think we can get the ball in the end zone through the pass a little bit better than what we've done. So we've got some room to improve, and we will improve. And I know Northern Iowa's anxious to get back on the field and make up for the 2 losses they've just suffered back to back.
All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, that's great.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Thanks.